Perfect. Remember on this one, it's just this action here. Full extension.
To become a great hitter, it's like, I mean, to me, there's like very few what I consider great hitters. Like for me, like kind of the way I scale it, you know, just the way I judge my girls, is I gotta do like a scale from like 1 to 4. And at 4, it's basically if you could take, you know, the consistency of like Ted Williams and the power of Babe Ruth, that's a 4.
There you go.
Now I would have to say that our two best hitters, and they're basically nose to nose, or I would say would be Jenna Pena, and then also I would say is Dom, you know, the first baseman. You know, they're good. They hit power. They hit the deep gaps. They hit with power. They hit consistently. And they don't, you know, like last year, like we had a little bit of problem, like we were chasing like change ups and all that, so I had to work on their timing. So I basically gave them like a little timing mechanism to kind of help them stay back and start to, you know, work the process. And then, you know, like you always have to kind of tweak their swings. Like every once in a while, it's like, you know, like what I call it like a dip. It's like a lot of times like the bat will kind of go down and dips. Like sometimes like, you know, the reason it happens, like they'll drop their hands, and you know basically what happens is their bat kind of dips around and comes back up. And so the main thing I always tell them is like it's really important to make sure that your bat's coming through level, because like with hitting, what you want is it's kind of like I use the analogy of like a car crash. You know, a car crash, you always try to like pull off, or you try to do things to basically make sure you don't hit that head-on collision. But in softball, you want that. So you want the bat nice and level, you know, coming up. You want it level this direction, and you also want to make sure that when you make contact with the ball, you want it level this way. You want it flat. So when you hit, all your power is going straight through the ball. And when the ball shoots off, if the ball's driving forward, you're hitting the ball properly. If the ball's either shooting straight down or straight down into the ground here, or popping straight up, your bat's dipping. Because that basically means that you're coming underneath, and if it's dipping back here, if you catch the ball late, like your timing's a little bit off, and you're late, your bat's down like this, it's going to hit, it's going to shoot up in the air. You're going to foul it off, and it's going to go straight up. If you have it where he comes up forward, and you make contact, you're ahead of it, you're going to hit the ball, and it's going to shoot straight down into the ground. And so a lot of times, I'm trying to get them to understand, as soon as they hit the ball, they shouldn't have to ask me as a coach. They should already know what the problem is, so that they can, you know, because like it's one thing for me to tell them all the time. If they have that understanding and we're on the same, you know, the same page, we can make sure that we can correct their swing and make sure that the balls are going out where they're supposed to go. I'm not critiquing you to break you down. I'm critiquing you to make you better. As I take whatever they give me and I say, all right, as long as you can get the ball going this direction and we keep our bat levels, and that's what I try to preach. I try to preach timing and keeping your bat level. And if I can keep it simple, they can do it. Track the ball all the way in. You have to watch from the release point, pick up the ball at the release point, because if you don't see where the ball starts from, you have no idea where it's going. So you have to be able to watch and actually see where the ball comes out of the hand, and as the ball's going out, you can actually see the trajectory. If the ball's coming out, if the ball starts to go up, it's going to be a rise. It's probably going out of the zone. If the ball comes out and it's dropping, it's going to be out of the zone low. If the ball's coming out and you see it's coming right at you, you know you can hit it. And that's the one you want to hit.